Now we all know the stories of the people who invested in Apple and Amazon in the early days and now their shares are worth millions upon millions. I'm always thinking, what's the next big play? I think the next big play will quite simply be above us or below us or around us in space. There's only one stock company listed that is a space company, and there soon will be a second. We're talking about Momentus Space in this video, and I've already got a decent position, and if it works out, this will be a $1 million trade. If you want to know more on Momentus Space, make sure you stick around after the intro. So before we get into the video, if you are new here, please do subscribe and turn on the bell and do me the kindest favor, seems it is a new year, hit that like button and make sure it's turned blue. If you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description where you can support our channel by buying me a whiskey or a beer and get some exclusive perks. And if you want to go the extra yard and you're not from the US or Canada, you can sign up with eTORO on the pinned comment below, and you can sign up, deposit, make one simple trade and get free lifetime access to the investing chat room. Now moving on, Momentus Space, or MNTS as it soon will become. Now, Momentus Space has been nicknamed the Uber of space, the last mile delivery of satellites. And we'll come into a little bit more about the company in a little moment. But Momentus or MNTS isn't currently listed if you go on your little Yahoo Finance search bar. It's currently under the ticker symbol SRAC, or Stable Road Acquisition, a SPAC stock. If you don't know what a SPAC stock is, basically it's a company that gets listed in the hope of merging with another company, and the people who own the initial company then get shares in the new company, and that's basically what happens. It's a lot cheaper than getting an IPO, if we know that recently Airbnb IPO'd, and they paid Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley a hell of a lot of money to do it. This is a cheaper and more efficient way for companies to get listed on the stock market, but a lot of SPACs do fall through, so please bear that in mind given the current circumstances. But that said, it looks like it's all on track, and that very, very soon, SRAC will change to MNTS, and it should be a big deal. Now, Momentus, what is it? Well, quite frankly, their first step is their sort of satellite shuttle delivery service and repair system. Basically, what it says is when people send satellites into space, most people are hitchhiking now on SpaceX. But that's not enough for them to get their satellites into orbit. It costs billions upon billions to get your satellite on the perfect orbit. Now, Momentus are basically putting in a recovery service in space where they will put your satellite on the correct trajectory, and then they can adjust it and take multiple satellites at one time and basically get everything working for you. Now that's the first step, and they've already got a big backlog of orders. The second step could be repair as well, where they can actually repair these systems, making them last longer in space, which will save companies billions, not millions, billions. So it's a pretty damn big deal. Now, why am I talking about this now? Well, quite frankly, if you want to buy it here, it's at your own risk. I have quite a decent share size position, currently around about the $10 mark. I think actually my average is around about 12 because I've been buying on dips. I'm in nowhere near full size, and I hope it comes back below 12 so I can pick up some more shares. Because if this one does work, it's going to be massive. Now, the Vigoride shuttle service from Momentus is currently on board a SpaceX rocket, the Falcon 9, and it is due to launch sometime in January. Now, if this is a successful launch, it's going to be massive for the company, because that means it has proof that its technology A works, and B, it can deliver on its promises. This is the first step, and it is a hell of a step, and if it all goes smoothly, I genuinely think this could double the stock overnight. That said, if it doesn't go well, it could also halve the stock overnight too. And I don't know which one I'd prefer, because I could get a bigger share size if it went lower. Now, bear in mind that SPAC stocks, when they do merge as well, they tend to go upwards with the hype that is around them, because hype is more important than actual news these days. And that merger is meant to happen sometime early 2021, but no date has been confirmed yet. So expect to move upwards there as well. Now, as far as contracts go, Momentus actually have a big pipeline. They have 1.1 billion in pipeline orders, and they also have a backlog of orders as well of $90 million US. Management has also went on to say that they expect another $1.2 billion US in sales by 2024, which isn't that long away. So it does show that companies are looking at getting into Momentus, and imagine how many orders are actually going to be there once they've proven their technology actually works. Now, for those of you who are thinking the space industry is too far away, well, it could actually be a lot closer than you think. Analysts are expecting the space industry to grow to a massive $1.4 trillion US by 2030, which isn't that long away, and that is a hell of a gain on its current system. Bearing in mind, Virgin Galactic is the only space company to be traded at the moment on any exchange. Momentus will be the second. So the hype literally is real. The only big question is, will Momentus be a big player in there? Now, the big issue with this stock is you're relying a lot on others. Firstly, the merger, and secondly, SpaceX. We already know that a delay happened, and we don't know if there will be another one in the future. A lot of things are happening in this current world market, and we don't know how that will affect the company. So Momentus is really dependent on SpaceX to deliver their rockets. I don't think that will be a problem, but it is something to take into consideration. Now, another concern that is sort of on others as well is contracts. Now, it's all well and good having a contract with a new emerging company, but we don't know in this speculative industry how reliable these contracts are. So it is worth taking that into a note that that is another risk in itself. And the biggest negative news, I think, is when this merger is done, offerings, 424Bs and warrants will definitely come. This company will need to raise cash to take it to the next level. So adding shares to their share count will drive the price down, but at the same time, it will show that the company is doing well and by offering shares. Tesla, as we know, did a recent offering and they did fantastically well. That said, Tesla is a much bigger company at the time of the offering than Momentus will be. Now, where could Momentus go? Well, quite frankly, it could go literally to the moon, pardon the pun. But this company, with the industry it's in, being listed, I think it could easily triple next year, maybe even more than that, maybe 10x. We don't quite frankly know. But the downside is real too, and I want people to be fully aware of that. Now for me, I've got about $10,000 in it, and I think that over a long period of time, if this company continues to strive and does what it says on the tin, it could literally be worth billions. And I mean billions upon billions. Not just because it's the second company to be listed, but because they want to mine asteroids. If we look on some of the surveys, people think that there's more gold on asteroids passing Earth every single day than there is currently on Earth. If that is possible, and imagine bringing their materials to Earth, then all of a sudden you've got one of the biggest companies in the world. That's a very big dream, don't get me wrong, but if that happens, this company will do fantastically well as far as stock price goes. The only big question is we need to see what the management is doing and what they are like, so it is a bit speculative. I have gone into this trade completely knowing that I may lose that $10,000, but if it works over time, I quite frankly think this $10,000 could be worth $1 million in 30 years' time. So what are your thoughts? Are you in Momentus? Do you think space is the future? Let me know in the comments. As always, please do hit that subscribe button, turn the bell. If you haven't done already, make sure that like button is turned blue. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Take care. Peace. So it appears to be a winner of this channel, and more importantly, watch the whole video. There's actually some more news that recently came out during the editing process of the video, and that is that Momentus Space have delayed their flight for January on their Vigoride system. So it won't be launching in January, it'll actually be launching on a subsequent launch coming in a few months' time. No date confirmed yet, and the reason for this is actually a good reason, and it's that they want to wait for the FAA approval on their satellite shuttle service. Now, it is a good thing. They could send it up there and wait for it, I guess, but the good thing is that Momentus have took the decision to wait for that complete approval to happen. So although it shook the stock initially, it gave me a great opportunity to get in. I actually had an order ready at 14.10 on the gap down news, which came after hours, as you can see on screen now, and it gave me a good opportunity to add another 150 shares. So quite happy about it, and the stock bounced since, so hopefully we get some more negative news like that and I can slowly load up even lower. But I just wanted to give you that update because I know someone will be in the comments going, oh, but it's not launching in January. Well, quite frankly it is, and to those people who didn't watch the whole video, I'm just going to timestamp this current thing. So either way, I think Momentus Space will do well, as I said, in the long run. If it doesn't, I'm not a financial advisor. It's completely up to you to make your own financial decisions. But this is just my personal opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, as I mentioned. And thanks very much for making sure that like button is turned blue. Take care. Peace.